What's up, everybody? And welcome back to Shadow Nexus, formerly known as Arcane Nexus. So if you're new here, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and drop a comment. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you can get notified anytime that I do a video. Yeah. All right. So today's reading, starting out, is for Taurus. Okay. So before we get into the tarot, we're going to talk about the number 2, because we got the number 2 coming out here for you, Taurus. And so, 2 is the vibration and energy of balance. Okay. It also represents sensitivity, intuition, and balance, overall balance of the emotions. Okay. 2 is a loving and harmonious vibration. And, it's also the number of tolerance. So we're talking about endurance and consideration, right? The essence of the number 2 is the overall balance of the yin and yang energies, right? So the polarities of the universe, okay? But at the same time, number 2 is a message to have faith, to trust, and to have courage. And trust that, your prayers are manifesting in your life, even if it's not in the obvious just yet, right? So, excuse me, I was waiting for that noise to go by. Patience is something that's needed. In other words, temperance, right? But, you may rest assured that all will turn out for the highest good, right? Now, if you're seeing 22, right? Because I'm hearing 22 right now. This is a master number. So we're talking about unlimited potential of mastery in any and all areas, right? We're talking about the spiritual, the physical, the emotional, and the mental. And 22 has to do with the balance and manifesting of miracles and new opportunities. So when 22 repeats in your life, you are asked to take a balanced and harmonious, peaceful stance in all the areas of your life. So the message here for 22 is to keep the faith, right? When I woke up today, that Bush song was in my head. And it's the song Machine Head. All right? Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in. Right? Tied to a wheel, my fingers gotta feel. Bleeding through a tourniquet to smile. A spin on a whim, a slide to the right. I felt you like electric light. For our love and for our fear. For our rise against the years and years and years. And those are the lyrics that were in my head, right? And then, now if I remember correctly, it goes, got a machine head, it's better than the rest, green to red, machine head, Got a machine head, and it's better than the rest. Green to the red, red. And I walked in my machine. And I walk from my machine, yeah. So, you might want to go listen to that song. Might be a message for a lot of you out there. So, anyways, that being said, let's go ahead and see what cards come out in the tarot here. I've already meditated on your energy. So what comes out will be meant to come out. Okay? Got the Empress card here. Got the Queen of Swords. This deck is like super thick. Good thing I got big hands, right? All right. Got the Ace of Cups. Kind of like we're gonna get 6 cards here. Oh yeah. So we got the Page of Wands. Five of Swords, and we got Four of Earth. So the Empress, the Queen of Swords, the Ace of Cups, Page of Wands, Five of Swords, and Four of Earth, or also known as Four of Pentacles. So just give me one moment. I'm gonna sit with this energy for a minute. Need a drink of water. So with the Empress out here in your past energy, right? You know, this is talking about overall abundance, which is awesome because with number 2, we was talking about your prayers being heard and your manifestations coming through, right? And so, I mean, this is fertility. So some of you might be pregnant, not wishing anything on anybody, unless that's something that you're shooting for, then congratulations. But the Empress is a nurturing energy. She embodies the creativity, the growth, and the beauty of nature, right? So I really feel like you've learned to embrace your creative potential and allow yourself to nurture your passions. But overall, I really feel like this is a time for growth. It's a time for your growth, your abundance in various areas of your life. So, you know, a need to focus on the self-care and cultivating positive relationships, right? Because with the Queen of Swords, this is talking about clarity and intellect and overall independence. The Queen of Wands, she's making a strong decision. She's a strong decision maker. You know, she cuts and sees through the bullshit. So somebody with strong intuition and understanding the importance of communication and honesty, right? So trusting your intellect and your intuition as you navigate current situations, So I really overall feel like being clear in your decisions and using your wisdom to cut through any confusion in order to establish overall good boundaries, right? So I spoke on emotion, right? With the number 2, overall balance and everything, right? And with the Ace of Cups coming out here, this is a signifier that I really feel like you're ready to be open to new emotional experiences, right? Not only just emotional experiences, but connections. This is a time to embrace love, compassion, creativity, allowing your heart to guide you toward fulfilling relationships and overall experiences. And the reason I say that too is, because of the Page of Wands coming out. Because Page of Wands, this is you embracing your adventurous spirit. This is a time to explore new opportunities and express your creativity. Stay curious and open-minded as you embark on your new endeavors. Make sense? So, with the Five of Swords, there's a need to be cautious. Cautious of conflicts and, power struggles. So there's a warning here that Spirit's saying to really consider the consequences of your actions as well as your words. So, for some of you Tauruses out there, it may be wise to choose your battles carefully, is what I'm hearing, right? And, seek resolution rather than, confrontation. And as Earth signs, I don't feel like Earth signs, unless they're provoked, like a Scorpio or a Sagittarius. I don't know, some of the Aries out there are pretty hot headed too, but I'm not talking just like. I think we understand what I'm getting at here. Unless they're provoked, I just don't see it. Unless you're somebody who has a lot of pent up emotions and stagnations that you haven't transmuted and alchemized and released, purged, So with the song Machine Head, Breathe In, Breathe Out, I really feel like doing breath work and getting out there and getting grounded and meditating and doing all that to really alchemize and balance out your overall emotions, in order to avoid any confrontations, so that you don't have any cloudy judgment, right? So while it's important to maintain stability, it's also important to be mindful of becoming overly attached to material possessions or security. So being able to consider whether your need for control is limiting your growth and your overall balance for your desires, your security, with the willingness to embrace change, right? So I feel like this is an overall nurturing energy, right? It's intellectual clarity and new emotional beginnings, alongside the reminder to navigate conflicts wisely and being able to remain open to change. And so, what I'm suggesting here, because that's what I'm getting, is it's a time for growth and creativity, but it's also a time for you to be cautious against becoming too rigid or attached to the past, right? So being able to let go of past energies is something that's really important here. Okay? So, that being said, I'm going to go grab my roomie deck. Give me 1 second. My roomie deck is by Alana Fairchild, by the way. Just in case you want to know. Again, just a friendly reminder, don't forget to subscribe, or scribe. Maybe somebody scribe things. I don't know. All right. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and drop a comment and let me know how this resonates for you. And remember, always to take what resonates and leave the rest. And never force the shoe to fit. I'm a newly growing channel, and so remember, the more you engage, when you subscribe, and you comment, and you interact, then the more the messages that come out are tailored to your energy, right? Okay. Rumi, what messages do you have for Taurus at this time? Messages do you have for Taurus at this time, please? Messages for Taurus. Hello. You got Aluza, Star of Venus. That's funny because, Venus is your planet, Taurus. So you can't make this stuff up, right? And it's absolutely a gorgeous card. Aluza of the Star of Venus. I'll put that right there for you. And then I'll read from the book. So we got number 26 here. And 6 and 2 is 8, which is kind of interesting because I have a little post-it that fell out of my box today. Or no, is that today? No, that was yesterday. And I wrote this a while ago. It says, "You hate me out of boredom behind closed doors. Must be fate. Illusion behind 4 walls built by 2x4s. I'm 8." Right? Just saying. Kind of interesting. Bear with me one moment. I'm going to find... Because I always read from the book for these messages. I like to honor the creator of the cards. And yeah. They're made the way they're made for a reason, right? All right. 26. Al-Uzza. Star of Venus. I am the pure light, my son, my daughter. I am not a handful of worthless dust. I am not just an empty shell. I am a regal pearl formed in this world. Close your eyes to see and become aware of me. Perceive me with eyes that see the unseen. Come into the mystery to find me. I am a carefree visitor here for you. Rumi. My beautiful one, born of pure radiance, you have love in your heart and a passion for play that cannot be dulled by bleakness, boredom, or fear. Your soul is sensual and dances with life with utter abandonment and devotion. Though the ways of this world seem strange to you at times, you eventually declare it to be nothing but strange beauty and expand your heart, resisting nothing, to allow all to be bathed in the radiance of your being. You are here to share the light of another world, a blessed world of consciousness, pure, and divinity so absolute that it transcends duality and instead brings all into the oneness of the greatest love. The star of Venus is the great androgyne, neither solely masculine nor feminine, but an integration of both. Awesome, considering we was talking about balance, right? The number 2. The power it bestows is mighty and based utterly in love. When this star seeks us out, multiple blessings are bestowed, and our spiritual growth can be accelerated in ways that may be quite dazzling and surprising to our more limited mindset and belief systems. With great blessings, great growth is possible. However, the blessings don't do the growth for us, making it magically happen. They give us the oomph that we need, the power, and the opportunities and assistance we need. Yet, it is still we who take the journey. The great spiritual journey for old souls at this time in Earth's history is the journey from duality to oneness. Many are signing up for that wild, loving adventure. This oracle has come to you as a reminder that you too have been granted a ticket for that journey. This journey of oneness is not about denying duality, but about experiencing it as an expression of one love. It is about no longer being enslaved by it. It is about avoiding what is not wanted in order to pursue what is wanted. It is about embracing the all, of finding the freedom and joy originally sought. But now, through a path that takes you into joy and freedom existing within, to take the great transformation from one man or woman into cosmic androgen, I hope I'm saying that right, does not require that we lose our sense of femininity or masculinity. Rather, they become so superior in development that they cease to be distinguished from each other. Our masculine clarity, with its discernment, practicality, and application, becomes so tender, loving, compassionate, and tempered with grace that the feminine is integrated with it. Our feminine nurturance, dedication, and connection to life becomes so fierce that discernment and wise action naturally prevail. With this great androgynous integration of the masculine and feminine into oneness, men and women of this beautiful earth become capable of a new consciousness. It is of one based in love, of service to life, of letting go of judgment, stereotypes, and limited belief systems, and of opening up to compassion for all life. As the consciousness is anchored, spiritual growth becomes rapid. This is not necessarily without some bumps and bruises. Letting go of old notions of what it is to be a man or a woman, to be masculine or feminine. Letting go of fear of women or men, of emasculation or victimization. Letting go of wounding are all great steps forward. They promise liberation, empowerment, and compassion, as well as peace and happiness, yet they are not easy steps to take. Great resistance can be evoked within you as an individual and also within the culture around you, which might find your notion of personal spiritual empowerment confronting and challenging to their culture of fear-based enslavement of the soul. They will be right about it being confronting, but mistaken in assuming that confrontation is something best resisted. So then, what to do? Aluza, the ancient shining one, also known as the Star of Venus, holds much power and strength. Even a small blessing of her light is more powerful than the fear of thousands, if not millions of people. She is known as worthy ally in battle of any kind, even spiritual battle. You must, however, stay aligned with her way, which is not to fight fear with fear, hate with hate, or anger with anger. Does this mean you should not feel fear, hate, or anger? Of course not. Venus denies no experience, so let yourself feel whatever you feel. The guidance is not to stop being human. Take the next step into the divine human, into allowing the star blessing to nestle in your heart so you can shift as you feel the feelings, holding them with compassion, then choosing your own truths that resonate at a far more refined vibration. The rebellious passion of the Star of Venus is that she seeks out whomever is ready to know more fully the truth of divine oneness. Whether the culture around them can acknowledge one of their own becoming more enlightened as a blessing or not, it is a divine gift nevertheless. How liberating it shall feel to be truly empowered to live life as you feel is truthful, and to feel completely empowered to allow others to do the same with joy in your heart. You understand that everyone is walking an unfolding path, and that we don't have to understand or justify the path of another to feel the presence of peace in our own hearts. If you are stumbling with judgment within yourself, do not fear. The blessing of Venus is coming to you to help you surrender to it, to help you find your way through so that you can be free now. Your guidance, then, is to trust your path, trust your evolution, even in the face of those around you reacting to it, possibly in fear or discomfort. Trust in the paths of others too, for in truth, there is one path, and we are all on it. You do not have to convince anyone of anything. That is not your job. Your job is to embrace your wisdom, embrace your freedom and empowerment to grow spiritually and live your life accordingly. You are becoming, through bestowal of grace, something more of a goddess and a god, of a human and a sacred animal integrated as one. This is sacred alchemy, amplified in the star fires of Venus, who loves you as a brother, sister, and honors your soul with her blessings. Shine. Shine true, beloved. Shine bright. And the sacred honoring ritual, if you would like to, is as follows. And you're going to say this aloud. I call upon Rumi, who loves me without condition. Beloved of my own soul, bless me now that I can dispense with limiting notions of what it is to be a man or a woman, that I can become freer to live as one integrated being. May my relationships become richer and freer, empowered and healing. Aluza, shining one who loves me beyond any condition, may I live truthfully in the light of you, great star of Venus, in your infinite wisdom, love, and conscious grace, through divine mercy and unconditional love. This healing is now begun. Place your hands at your heart in prayer position and bow your head for however long feels right for you. And when you are ready, just say thank you, and you have completed your sacred honoring ritual. That's beautiful. All right, Taurus, don't forget, like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell so that you can get notified anytime I drop a video, and drop a comment, let me know how this resonates for you. And much love from my heart to yours. You rock, you're awesome, you're amazing. Never forget that. And thanks for letting me do this reading for you. And also, thank you once again for tuning in to Shadow Nexus.